Ready? AmpRepairGuy.com, 203-892-4119. So we have a Al82 in for repair. Told the customer to tape this to the rear wall with some duct tape. So one doorknob was attached, one was rolling around. Luckily they both tested okay on the high pot tester. I'm going to change the So-239's. He said he heard like a thumping noise every once in a while. He noticed arcing here between the spark gap and the frame of the air variable capacitor on the plate side. So I'm going to high pot the tubes, change the So-239's. The soft start resistor looks okay. Already has the glitch resistor installed, and the spark gap obviously. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. Forgot to mention that he had used painter's tape. That doesn't have enough holding power, so. Okay, so I'm back here. Show you what's going on. I did miss the bad. This customer is the third owner. Did miss this, so I'm gonna take this out, take the cap apart, and replace these plates. Let's see if this side. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I don't just start swapping parts like a lot of people. I want to figure out what's going on. So this resistor for the soft start is open. That tells me there was an issue after, didn't blow apart, but it's open. So it tells me that something shorted after it, after either a transformer or something after the transformer. I think I've only seen one bad transformer. The guy kept the amp in his very humid basement, so you don't want to do that. And it wasn't a Peter Dahl version. This doesn't have the Peter Dahl version, it has the other version. So, okay, so I high potted the tubes, both high potted good anode to grid, but they both failed grid to cathode. One had a short almost right away, and I heard something jiggling around in it. They're Penta white base tubes, but from 2024. The other one started pulling current at the same rate I brought the voltage up. So next step was to check the, I always check the bleeders. So this one right here is open. You can only check them with either the caps removed. This is going to be difficult. Let me see if I can do this. So across the resistor, and you see 60 megs, and that thing's open. So when you change the caps, you always change the resistors. I have these caps in stock, you know, the Chemet version, better caps. They are in stock on my site, harbauchelectronics.com. So I'm going to swap these out. These black ones usually don't fail, but sometimes they do. And when it fails, the cap that it's in parallel with has more voltage on it, because these not only act like bleeders, they act like, you know, they're also equalization resistors. So cap failed. So all of them get changed. All the resistors get changed. Don't just change that one cap. Change them all. Change all the resistors. And I do not condone soldering in radio lead caps. That is not the right way to do it. That's kind of a hack job, and if I see that, I always pull them out, put in the screw-in caps. Okay, so I will see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. Back with the completed Ameritron Al82. Customer wants to see it working on 20 meters. Here are the settings. Radio is set to roughly 90 watt range or so. 2500 watt slug. Bird 43. PEP kit is on. Going into a bird dummy load. All bird stuff. Okay, so amp. Audio hello, hello, hello. Audio tit 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 1500. Shh, shh, shh. Audio hello, 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 1500, 1500, tit 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 tit. That's 1500 right there at the 15. See the grid current? Shh, 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 shh. Audio. Play current, play current. Power output. Audio. Remember, that's a relative meter. Shh, 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 shh. Audio. Always hook up an external meter directly after the amplifier. Okay, so I'll show you one more time. Audio hello, 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 hello. Audio hello, 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 hello. And it works as it should. So I'm going to test the last two bands, and as long as everything's okay, I'll crack it open and show you everything I did. See you guys back with the completed Al82. I'll show you what I did. Clean the fan switch with Diagnostic gold. One of these doorknob caps was rolling around, so I high potted both, and they were both good. Customer, like I said before, used painter's tape to tape it against the back wall. Painter's tape isn't good enough. It came undone, doesn't have enough holding power. These are my chimneys. I always have the customer send it without chimneys. I use mine. One less thing for them to ship. Repaired the plate tune air variable capacitor. No more arc damage. It's nice and tight too. When I had a part, when I take it out, sometimes it's just like really loose. So I carefully loosen the nut and then tighten the center screw, just the hair, and then tighten the nut back up and make sure all of the plates are centered. I high potted it to 4.5 kV plus. So that's all set. This already had the series glitch resistor. I put the blower on the highest speed. I always do that. The coil was like really close to the side. I don't know if a CBer had this at some point, but it was spread, so I recompressed it. So brand new capacitors, a brand new Chemet. These are the absolute best caps you can buy. Brand new bleeder resistors, brand new soft start resistor, brand new So-239's from Max Gain Systems. Changed the meter protection diode. The other one was okay, but I still changed it. Someone else had changed it. So to put it on the highest setting, you take the brown wire and you put it all the way to the end over here. Filament voltage, filament primary set to the right voltage. It's on the 245. Customer said he has 242. So that's about it. Need an amp repaired? Feel free to give me a call. Phone number is 203-892-4119. That's 203-892-4119. Please like, share, and subscribe. Websites are harbachelectronics.com and also amprepairguy.com. Lots more to come. More amps over FedEx waiting for me, so I have to go get them. And it's just been busy with all sorts of stuff. I bought a toy. It was a really, really good deal, so I bought it, and I'll do a video on that soon. Tomorrow I'm going to work on getting it into the house. It weighs 1,665 pounds, so wish me luck. But, okay, so I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.